Hello everybody and welcome back to hopefully the last video that we have of all the endings at the very least. One of the harder ones to get, maybe, potentially, is the murder ending, I believe is one of them. Which sadly involves a lot of, you know, you guessed it, murder. It doesn't really matter what we test. We just have to end a lot of lives all at once, which is a shame. Supposedly, though, the cultists are all human. It is the easiest way to do this. And then we have one guy who hopefully... They all have to be human, I believe. And hopefully the guy in my bathtub is human as well, which we will find out very briefly. I have Energica, which is necessary, because we have to do one final test. Hopefully. He could be a visitor, which will be very awkward. He's safe there, but too bad. I think he was a visitor, I think. This might not have worked. We'll find out. Because the bald man will then eventually show up. I wasn't planning to drop by, but I had a vision. Something strange is happening here. When I look at your house, a certain passage comes to mind. Like when you face something so dark that you don't want anything anymore, the cold earth watches you. Did you do something? I killed visitors. How else am I supposed to survive? No, something's definitely wrong. Wait, I see it now. You were too scared. Oh goodness. Your fear has blinded you. I don't think I can fix what comes next. I'm so sorry. He was a human. Dying is terrifying. I know that well. The dread alone can drive you mad. It pushes you towards terrible choices. I can see the plans they had laid out for you. Yet seeing what lay ahead only makes things worse. What was it that scared you so? Pain? Fading away? You can't stop it. Sooner or later. But you choose sooner. I'm being kicked. Ow. They're bullying me for being a psycho. I'm truly sorry. They threw you out into the streets. Unarmed, bloodied. You have no strength left to crawl away from the sunlight. No way to end your suffering on your own terms. You'll burn, slowly. And there's no one left to blame. Unless... Unless what? Yes, I'm a murderer is the achievement. Which, yeah. I think that just kind of leads further into the theory that we had last time. I'm recording this very close to the last time I recorded, so I haven't really had the chance to, like, formulate my thoughts in a nice block of text. But, off the cuff, it still feels very similar to the fact that, you know, like, the sun is... like hell. You burn, you know, you're burning those who survive in the sun or those who thrive in, you know, oh, they're demons, they're devils, they're ghosts, they're people who have already passed, you know. It just kind of has that same thought in my mind. I don't know if it's true. I obviously the first ending video hasn't posted yet. as of the time of this recording, so I don't know of any other theories yet. But I'm really interested to see other people's theories. But we still have 3 other endings. 1 is really annoying because it requires the seductive woman. And 2, I think, just involve me getting to the end, so we'll kind of flash forward to see those other endings. I should board them up. Things are only going to get worse. So this is after, yeah, this is after the convicts escape. I believe I have nothing but humans inside. Which I believe is the ending. The world's cursed. That dialogue flies by fast. So I hope we get the quote-unquote good ending. You make your way down into the cellar with the other survivors. There's not very many of us, mind you. It's cooler down here, but the air still feels heavy with unease. If you ration carefully, your food stores should last for a month or 2. You seal the door. No one will be able to get in now. You keep track of the days by marking the cellar wall. Waiting for the end drags on for nearly 2 months. Some hope the sun will finally burn the ground to ash or fade into darkness. Others seek the end. Dragging out the inevitable is more painful than a swift end. No one envies the living. One day you catch an announcement on the radio. Solar activity is fading. Scientists predict that in a couple of days, it will be safe to go outside during daylight hours in a few days' time. You feel disappointment. You realize you'll live through this year after all. But then what? Will next summer be the last? The thought of waiting for the end is a suffocating burden. But at least one of the others seems happy. Who knows? Maybe there's still a decade left ahead of you. The end? Question mark. Survive till the end. Yeah, this just, it keeps driving home the idea that your character is in this weird loop of, this is the only thing that made them feel alive, because of your loneliness. It's all just kind of this constant reiteration of death, you know? Which I know I'm driving that home, but it just feels like that's the only thing that's really being thrown at me. But, we still have more endings to go, so let's hop right to it. Well, if everything went well, I should have at least 1 visitor with me. Gotta defend myself any way that I can. Hopefully I did it right. Maybe there's still a chance to survive. I think all you need is 1 visitor. But it is very difficult. It was very annoying. Together with the survivors, you make your way down into the cellar. It's cooler down here, but the air still feels heavy with unease. It looks different. They have eyes now. I don't remember them having eyes. If you ration carefully, your food stores should last for a month or 2. You seal the door. No one will be able to get in now. You keep track of the days by marking the cellar walls. You wait for the end. The end drags on for nearly 2 months. The sun isn't the only threat looming overhead. Trust fades. Paranoia grows sharper by the day. You feel the stares. cold, calculating, alien. The fear of death has paralyzed you. It's all about to end. Escape doesn't even cross your mind. There's nowhere left to run. Terror blinds you. It wasn't just humans you let into your home. They tear you apart. Darkness floods your vision. Pain sears through your body. A small, lonely house takes shape in your mind. You hope it will be over soon. It's hard to hold on to. The pain fades as you slip further away. Welcome me. No, I'm not alone. You survived, but so did some visitors, is the achievement. Yeah, we didn't make it. Which I feel like was pretty obvious. Which just means we have the final seductive woman, which is probably the most annoying achievement ending, because it requires specifically her to show up. And there's really no way to kind of make that easier for yourself. So we're gonna fast forward again. We're blasting through these. Let's go. You see that child again, but what is it doing over there? Is it devouring a dog? No. You're pressed close to the animal's chest. You stand frozen, unable to move. Why won't it go to its mother? Was she ever truly pregnant? As you ponder this, the world outside fades from view, swallowed whole by a thick fog. You sense a presence nearby. You saw the child, yes, but that's not what this is about. Something keeps watching you. A choking fog smothers the world, swallowing every sound. Its silence envelops the world like cotton. It sounds like people are whispering. Call out, but the air falls still. Is meeting them a good omen? Or are they harbingers of disaster? The child stirs in their arms. Can no longer bring light into this world, at least you don't think it can. Is it our salvation or damnation? Panic grips you. The three of them yank the child in opposite directions. You raise your gun and fire blindly, somewhere, anywhere. What's happening? What is this? Why is everyone dressed? More figures emerge from within the fog. You're the prophet, a woman says. Don't you see? You name the sins of the world. You are our salvation. The child would have led us to a kingdom of horror, a dark temptation. But you will drive the darkness away and usher the coming of paradise. Your sacrifice will save us all. Your words leave you paralyzed. What is this madness? Whatever they mean, one thing is sure, the child is no longer among the living. Who knows what they'll do to you. You catch the glint of metal nails clutched in a hand among the crowd. Something terrible is about to happen in this town. So, if I am not mistaken, that should be every ending. Again, I feel like this still symbolizes that level of life and death. It really drives home life and death, like kind of how religion can be used to, you know, help one deal with that, the company of others with the seductive woman, you know, keeping your mind off of it, just moving forward, living life, doing, you know, moving, basically. Yeah, I mean, it's such a cool concept of a game. There's still so much that I feel like people could talk about, theorize, discuss. But yeah, it's just, it seems to really revolve around loneliness, life and death, and just, you know, what it does to somebody who maybe ponders it for too long. You know, if one thinks about something like that for too long, it seems to kind of break them down, which could be the discussion for the visitors. You know, you're constantly worried about death, you're constantly worried, and so you're constantly on the lookout for death. Death being the visitors themselves. You know, you become paranoid, you become defensive, you become, you know, offensive by trying to push people away or, you know, eliminate any possible, you know, fear of death, and thus you just kind of seclude yourself and live in a box. You live in the house forever. And so the one ending that we got in the previous video, with death, you know, the house in this like green, you know, field, I feel like that's basically it. Like, you're moving on, like you've actually died, and that is your utopia, that is your reward, is like you're on your own, you know, there's nothing to fear anymore. Obviously there could just be a supernatural element to the game. I could just be theorizing nothing, and it could be 100% just, oh, there are in fact crazy creatures outside, and you know, you're just overcoming that the way that you know how, because you're trying to trust the government and whatnot. But I don't know, it just seems too on the nose to just be that. I feel like at most it would be a conjunction, it would be combination of like, oh, there is a supernatural element, but it is also still a psychological horror of loneliness and death and life and, you know, whatnot. But again, I'd be interested to hear your guys' opinions. This video has taken a very long time to accumulate, both the last one and this one. The seductive woman's ending is the longest to achieve because you need the perfect series of events and you cannot save. So, yeah, that's kind of why that got messed up in the recording, because I did this for far too long and, you know, nothing came of it. I had to keep basically trying and throwing myself at that wall of trying to get that ending. So hopefully they fix that, because I think as long as they just made it so that she wasn't able to get killed or taken by FEMA, I think it would make it a million times easier. Like, no other ending is that dependent on a guest. But let me know your thoughts and opinions. Let me know if you got a, you know, you got these achievements, these endings, which one's your favorite? That would be another good thing to wonder, you know, which one's your favorite ending? If I had to pick a favorite ending, I feel like it would be the death ending, because it just feels so, like, it really drives home, like, a spiritualness, whereas the basic two endings just feel like, oh, you survive, that's it, the end. It feels kind of boring, it feels kind of lackluster, but let me know, you know, maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm not thinking too hard on those endings, maybe I'm kind of leaving them in the dust, but again, there'll be a link down in the description below with the last video for the other endings. There'll also be the first playthrough, which will have a more full kind of, you know, actual feeling of the game, rather than me just showing off endings and discussion. There will, yeah, there'll also be a link to the game. the whole 9 yards. And of course, again, feel free to comment down below. If you like the video, feel free to like the video. Share it around, get some more support, show off No, I'm Not a Human. It's a great game, highly recommend it. You know, show this video to some friends, family, things like that, people who might be interested in this game. You can always hype the video if you want to show a little extra support. But of course, feel free to subscribe if you like this kind of content. You know, this is a little unusual that I normally do. I don't really go this deep into endings, but this game is very interesting that I kind of wanted to really show it off more. So of course, subscribe if you haven't already. It's greatly appreciated. I can't thank you guys enough for doing it, and hopefully, I see you all in the next video. See you then.